When we talked about data frames, we mentioned that one way to access a particular vector from a data set was to write down the name of the data set, $, the name of the variable you're interested in. However, these $sign symbols are more general than that. You can also use them to access different parts of an object. What do I mean by that? Well, not all objects are matrices or vectors. If I run a t-test, I can do that here, and I have some output from my t-test. But I could also run the same t-test and save the output. So here I'm running t-test, and the output is not printed out. Instead, I saved the results of my t-test in an object called output. Why would I do that? Because now output is an object in my workspace. And it's not a matrix, it's not a vector, it's just a set of information that contains various things reporting on what happened in my t-test, and I can access the parts of this output using this $sign. So for example, if I want to access the p-value for my t-test, I can say output $, p-value, and there's my p-value. If you want to know what are the components of your output, if I write names output, that tells me the various things that I'm allowed to write after the number sign. So for example, if I write output $conf.int, that gives me the confidence interval for the difference in means that resulted from my t-test. Why would you want to do this as opposed to just having everything printed out? Well, first of all, in many functionalities in R, not everything that the function did is printed out, because if that happened, you'd have way too many things on your screen. Even with this t-test, I think they're printing out too many things. So often a lot of the results from a particular function you might have run are hidden here and can be accessed by looking at by using this $sign to access the various components. This is also helpful if you're doing some sort of simulation. Suppose that I repeatedly want to run t-tests and save the p-values. I don't want to have to print out all this output from a t-test every time and then go read the p-values. Rather, I want to create this object that includes just the p-value and save that.